Hello comrades, yes it's me again, yes Yorkshireman now living in Wales, and I will now wish you happy Boxing Day. Previous video I wish you a happy Christmas, which apparently might have been banned yet, or not banned, it's difficult to know, but I'm hoping I can still say happy Boxing Day without having a knock on the door. You know what it's like. So comrades, let me get down to business. Hope everybody's okay and you are having fun. Now then, let's get me out of the way some of my normal things where I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Duffy. Mr. Duffy has been out repairing all the power lines for us all, which is really good of him actually. He's like a key man in the road, so thank you for that. And also I'd like to wish Ken a happy birthday, which is coming soon. And I went to a special event the other day, yes, those who were there know what I mean, and I'm going to call it the thanks to the Gelster, right, playing words there. Anyway, nice evening, good food and company, average. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for that. And also, let me start off by saying thank you to Thomas Rogers. It would appear, looking at his post, which I've now put up for you, is that I've inspired him. Right, it took me a while to work out that I thought it was a car reg number, but it's me. Right, he's made a freedom of information request, so thank you Thomas for letting me inspire. At that point, I think I should take a rest, sit down, lie down and not make any videos, but it's good if we can get people inspired because it's a numbers game. So, he's made a freedom of information request, which is always tricky in a way, but once you start doing them, it's a little bit addictive to see what they say. But looking at the reply he's got, and basically he's made it about face recognition cameras and the rest of it. Good questions, right? Like the questions. The interesting bit is the way the Welsh Government has replied. Now, if you're thinking about doing FOIs, the thing to understand is the Welsh Government love to get rid of their responsibility to everybody else, and it's called passing the buck, because that's what they love to do. But this is a great example. So as you can see in the first blue arrow there, it says we can confirm that the Welsh Government, we hold some of the information but not all the information. Right then, so what they're saying is to Thomas Rogers, dear Mr. Thomas, you've got more work to do, my son. Right, now let me go through the list of people who's now got to get in touch with. Go down the blue arrows here. Air Quality Wales, I think we pay for them, so let's see. That would be part of the government because we pay the government money, they gave it back, so they're just playing a game. The next one, so look, got a Safe Welsh Partnership, they're a charity, we fund all charities, so it's our money again, yet we still have to follow it up. And charities don't even have to give us the information. And then of course we've got local authorities in Wales. Oh wait on, there's a bit of a theme here. See, they get our money from the government and us via council tax. Right, okay. And then the last one is the police. And the police, I definitely do believe they're funded by us via council tax and via the government funding. Right then, so you can see. But Thomas, I'm glad I've inspired you and thank you for that. Right, the other thing I'm going to look at today is these people here. Now then, look at these lot here. They're great, aren't they? And they won this prestigious award for imposing the blanket, yes blanket, I said blanket again, speed limit. Now then, let's have a look at these lots. So they're getting a pat on the back. Yeah, well done, claps all around. Now we paid them, but we were asked about it. So let me check what I know about all this already. Now then, so let's have a look. Was it a success? Let's go through my little bit of a list off the top of my head. So, interestingly enough, it created more pollution. Yes, it did indeed. It has cost people more money because people have now been fined for going over 20 miles an hour. Yes, fined for going over 20 miles an hour. They've either had to have points on the licence, depending on what else they have going on, or had to attend driving school again and then give money to charity and to the local police force for 20 miles an hour. So these set of people here, let's have a look at them again. You've really made people happy. In addition to that, it also caused problems with bus routes and everything else because the bus people said, can't be doing this mate, too slow, can't make money on it. Fair enough, I'd say to myself. So well done you lot again. For some bizarre reason, and I'm sad to say, accident rates have gone up and death rates have also gone up. Right, so has this backfired a little bit? I have a feeling it might have done, so why are you giving yourself rewards? I don't really know. Now then, this sort of takes me on to an interesting subject because I did come across a post by Julie James, not a post should I say, a policy document, and it's connected to these people here. And what they said is 20 miles an hour will make it more inclusive for people. Now, I wrote to her saying, can you explain to me please, is how is it going to be more inclusive? Right? She didn't answer, because I don't get it. And it went, the story in this policy went along as people who are in poverty, who live in a 30 mile an hour, 20 miles an hour will make it more inclusive for them. Anyway, I didn't get that at all. Still don't get it, and I think it's a bit of a con. Anyway, so the interesting bit there then is it's always been at my back of mind about push irons and cyclists and the cyclist group, because once you start doing stuff about 20 miles an hour in the world of social media, you also get up things about active travel. Active travel by default means you're going to get lots of posts from push iron people or cyclists, whatever you want to call about them. And I was trying to work out there was something going on them. But I did look at this video, and I'll put the link on it. I was going to put a section in, but it makes the video too long. And it's the section where they go on about the diversity inclusive, let me just get it correct here, diversity, equity and inclusion. Now then, so every time I look at a push iron post, what it's saying is we need more room, we can't do things, we're being excluded from the road. And it's like, huh? We need a cycle lane, we need this, we need that, you need to go slower. Well, the reality is, me being a cyclist, a push cyclist, using push iron for bike, work and the rest of it to save money, is I can do everything you can do. So one of the ways how we can double check if someone is really being truthful about being oppressed or being excluded from society is ask them this one simple question. What can I do that you can't do? That's it. And regarding cyclists, the only simple answer I can actually genuinely think of, I mean genuinely think of, is as a cyclist, I can't really go 60 miles an hour unless I'm going downhill. As a cyclist, I can't keep really dry, and I can't do my week's family shopping in the same way you can. Right, there's the answers. And basically what they're trying to do is convince everybody that they are second-class citizens and an oppressed minority. Well, it's just a sham, and this is part of the agenda they have connected to active travel. And as I say, there's lots of things about it. Now, if you think about it, a lot of the posts we've all seen, and if you're watching this, you'll be going yes, yes, yes. Is you can do your shopping on it. You can do the school run, you can take your kids on it and everything else on it. And there was an interesting post done by Sustrans that, oh, we love them, Sustrans, we give them £120 million of our money for what? Don't know. Well, I could tell you, but I've done other videos. And there was this woman on, I think it was with the family, or saying she can do the weekly shop or something like that. And it was like this, I can do my weekly shop with this, you know, and I love doing it. Anyway, just so happened she got caught out, and it found that she worked for Sustrans and she was like some person in it. And then the next post I saw was like this going, I've been caught, I won't do it again. Anyway, no, she didn't actually she didn't apologise or anything, they just deleted the post somewhere. But they have this thing saying you can do your school run, do your shopping and the rest of it all on a push iron. You can't, you need a car for that, it's as simple as that. And if you live in Wales, more so. Now, let's go for a bit of lived experience. So as I've been knocking about, doing whatever I do in Wales, how many push irons have I seen in the last 2 weeks with the atrocious weather? Let's see. None. In fact, I'll tell you what I've seen myself as I'm cycling backwards and forwards to the pub. Yeah, that's it. So I've only seen me and maybe one other person who's doing exactly what I'm doing. As for anybody else on the main roads, no. So, you know, so all these people who are promoting active travel and saying we're cyclists and we're special, what I'm going to say to you is, in my personal opinion, you're actually more of upper middle class, you're more elite than anybody else. As I've said before, I use the push iron for work to save money, and in bad weather, over for 9 months of the year, it would be about that actually, I might see a few more, but in the bad weather, no, there's me and one other lad who was tight as anything saving money on a push iron. Yeah, everybody else had nice push bikes, carbon fibre and everything else. And they were like people in well paid jobs. So the elite people, upper middle class people, yeah, with life and the rest of it, oh yes, it's great, is this, I need all the road. No you don't, mate, you can do with the rest of us, simple as that, you're not oppressed. So I then had a quick look at some posts, and this is just to make my point about how excitable they are, and they feel that they're special. Well, as I said already, they're not special. So we have this post here. Cycling UK, United Kingdom, yeah, I don't know why they've got an interest in Welsh Government. Anyway, and they're getting excitable about funding. So, Welsh Government draft budget 25-26 has sparked discussions. Active travel community. Well, not on my pages, they haven't. So transport budget has increased. Much of the funding is focused on broader initiatives. Right. Last year they gave about £48 million to active travel. More than enough. If it was up to me, they'd give nothing to active travel. Anyway, they're saying it's raising concerns that cycling and wheeling could be deprioritised. Well, yeah, that's what it should be, mate. I've already run through the reasons why it's not needed. It's not needed. If you want it, you can afford it yourself. How many people genuinely use a push bike? They don't. So this other post is here, and I love this post. This is great. Talk about we need to be really made special. Cardiff Cycle. Oh, they're doing a campaign. I can't wait for this campaign. It's going to be a no holds barred investigation into guess what? Let me show you here. Let me show you supermarkets. Yeah, and cycle racks. There you go. Right. Look at this then. For securely locking bicycle, tricycle, cargo bikes. Right. How many cargo bikes have I seen in supermarkets in my lifetime? None. I've seen tricycles, I've seen push irons, yeah, including my own. And my advice is, I've written it out for you. Take responsibility for looking after your own property. We've all had stuff stolen, we've had cars sort of broke into and everything else, house break-ins, you name it, we've even had it, and the police go, oh. So why are you special? Look after your own property, mate. Don't get onto bloody supermarkets or anybody else. They charge enough anyway. So what do you want? Someone stood there looking after it and we have to pay? Not happening. And then we have this Cardiff Cycle City. AGM containing about 20 people. And I reckon 2 of them are just people who've called in for a tea and a cake. And then we have this sort of post here. I love this sort of post, mate. There's loads of these. Cardiff Cycle City. Top one here. This is a pretty neat way of preventing pavement parking while making a public space more attractive and comfortable for visitors. Do you know something? When I go away on holiday, you know what I look for? I look for a bench next to a main road. Oh, definitely. It's always been my main thing. If someone said, would you want to go in that park or somewhere else a little bit? Oh, I go, no mate, I want a bench next to a road. Why? Well, as the other person said, I want a car to run into me. I'd love that. As the other person points out in the other post there, I'd like a lamppost or a slate to hit me on the head. But as the other person points out there in the same about, just put a barrier up if you don't want people going on it. That's more common sense, is that. So, and this is like, for me, this is part of their attitude. You know, and the wording, the word neat, pretty neat. Who says neat? I might look at something and say that's a neat garden. But I won't use neat as a wet expression. I am going off a bit track, but I do find it a bit, for me, a bit excitable. Anyway, and then of course we get onto this one here. Again, Cardiff Cycle City. Cycling is 10 times more important than electric cars for reaching net zero cities. Net zero cities is 15-minute cities. Right? So you have to understand the agenda of all of this is to get you comfortable with only having a push iron and living in the 15-minute cities. Anyway, on the plus side, right, they won't like this, they don't like this. Low traffic neighbourhood win. Newcastle, why aye, pet. And they're saying we're not having it because people are kicked off about it. Now this is really good, we all need to do this, need to get onto the councils and say, oh, we're not voting for you, mate. Now, even though they've given in, my advice to anybody in Newcastle is basically don't vote them in next year or year after that because they will have the same agenda. Right, I think that's me done. I don't know what you lot are doing today, but after I've done this, I've made 2 videos, feel a bit tired, so I'm off for a beer. Right, thank you for watching, subscribe and, well, keep enjoying yourself and keep warm. Thank you.